Alright guys, so starting off the morning, like take my supplements. First we'll start out with our multivitamin. I use J Cutler's nutrition. Just because there is an extra stuff in his products, which is actually really rare to find. But I also started taking omega three, which has a lot of benefits to it. And then the other thing I take in the morning is ashwagandha, which is a good, really, natural testosterone booster, and then also like increased strength and whatnot. Then I'll take my recovery greens, which is up here, which is also J's. It's just straight up greens, and then it has a little bit of a flavor to it, which is nice. And then I'll put that in a cup and then mix it in with my glutamine and then also my creatine. But that'll be pretty much it. I'll take those pills and then I'll take my greens, take the glutamine and creatine, and then I'll start making breakfast, and we'll move on to that next. You want to be in the video? No? You don't want to be in the video? Okay. So, I didn't film me making the breakfast because my phone almost died, but we have 2 rice cakes, 1 banana, and 5 eggs, and then I also have 1 packet of oatmeal, which is 32 grams of carbs. So, I know this is a little bit different from my last meal that I had, on last video, but it's because today is actually the first day of the cut, the first one I've ever done actually. So it's going to be a little bit different. Still learning, what to eat, certain things, and really being strict on myself with eating most of the foods that I eat. But we'll chow down on this and do some cardio after this. Do about maybe 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and right after that we'll eat our second meal. But till then, see you guys. Alright guys, so we have finished up breakfast. We're upstairs now doing some cardio and do about 25 minutes to 30 minutes. Usually I keep it about 2.0 speed to 2.3, sometimes 2.5. And then when I wind down, starting to get to the end of the 30 minutes, I go to about 1.5, keeping at it, 1 incline, 2 incline. And then, like I said, as I wind down, go to the flat, 0 incline. But like I said, we'll do about 30 minutes of this. Then we'll head into our second meal of the day. But yeah, and some of you might be asking, why 30 minutes? Why not do the full hour like I usually do? Like a lot of people know, I do an hour a day. But, I like to section it out. I find it better that you do one earlier in the day and then you do one later in the day instead of spending that whole hour all at once. And plus, if you have something to do later on, I feel that you do the 30 minutes, you can get to whatever you were doing, and then you can do it later. You can do it later on. So I do the 30 minutes now, and then later in the day, towards the night, probably after the last meal, before the last meal, I do my last 30 minutes. But I'll see you guys during the second meal, and yeah. Alright guys, so second meal of the day, we actually got canes, which is surprising because I didn't expect that. But we have our drink, which is a Coke Zero, which is good because we're on a cut. And obviously you guys might be saying, you said you were on a cut, Matthew, but when you think about it, The macros on this chicken sandwich, unbelievable. I mean, 48 grams of protein. I mean, who wouldn't want that, right? And then you have a side of carbs. I don't know how much is in there. I have to look after this, but I saw it earlier and it wasn't that much. So we will have a little bit extra, maybe a little rice. Got some ketchup in there. Looks pretty divine, if you ask me. Not gonna use a cane sauce because it's loaded. But we're gonna watch a movie. Just put on Identity Theft. But we'll watch that and eat this second meal for the day. Maybe, I don't know, an hour and a half before I go to the gym. Well, which is probably around 4 o'clock, 4:15. I'll leave for the gym, so around 3 something, or 2, like 2:50, 2:40. I'll leave and I'll eat, then go to the gym after that. But have that third meal before the gym. But yeah, I'm gonna chow down on this. But yeah, I'll see you guys on the third meal. Okay, so we are at the gym finally. As a lot of you guys might be wondering, this isn't Planet Fitness, and obviously it is not. Actually at a new gym now. So what happened with Planet Fitness was, the one that I was going to, that you guys saw in the last video, there actually was mold in the building, and they had to close it down. Which actually sucks because, I mean, that was the closest one by my house. And then I started going to another one near that Planet Fitness, like the closest by. And I was there for maybe a couple weeks. Then I got my ID to get on base. And then now I'm working out here at Burba, which, as you can see, is way nicer and, a different crowd, I guess you could say. But different environment. I love it a lot. There's obviously way different machines. A lot of things are plate loaded, which I do like more. And even being able to deadlift freely, and they still have Smith machines, which I do find very nice. But we're gonna do our 10 minutes of cardio, just kind of get the blood pumping. I do this every time. I will always say that, finish up cardio and then, get to the workout, because always gonna make sure there's blood flow in the body. But today we're doing back and buys, so which is, a little bit of a change up for me, because I've usually gone chest, arms and as a whole, and then doing back and shoulders and everything being separate. But now we're switching it up a little bit because I'm on the cut, and my legs are actually, when I do a pose down later on in the video, you realize that my legs are way too big. So to prepare for my competition that will be in, I think year and a half times, I think, that I'll be competing in my first show, because now it's only 18-year-olds. So I have to, I have a lot of time left before that even starts, and just trying to even out the body proportionally. I still think that, everything looks even. It's just more of it, and that's the biggest thing that's, lacking, is just over time. Obviously you will build the muscle. It just, it takes a lot of food and it takes a lot of effort, but I'm willing to do that and be ready when I step on stage in about 2 years. So yeah, we'll finish up cardio. Got about 7 minutes left, and we'll head into the first workout. Okay, so first machine, do a little arm curl. Just kind of get some blood flow, do a little single arm, and yeah, maybe do a little double arm. Just kind of really squeeze. I've never actually done this machine before. It's a Nautilus, and most of the stuff in here is Nautilus. I think pretty much all of it is, but I've never done this exact machine before in here, even though I've been working out here for the past like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. So this will be my first try actually at this. So we'll go wide inside, and then kind of see what works better. Okay, so I understand the design on this, with it being like an easy bar, but it feels like I'm going up. And sometimes I like to curl in with a bar, get a squeeze, but it feels like as I'm coming up, like I stay up in the motion, which is a little weird. But I found, like, I don't know, maybe like right here in the bar, kind of like between, the middle of it, actually is a little bit better. It's not too wide, it's not too narrow, there's not too much of an angle, but we'll stick with that. This pad feels too short too, which is a little weird for me. Usually I'm used to like the pad being like way out here. But yeah, we'll do double arm with this. One arm feels a little off, so I did a couple reps with the double arm. It felt actually a little bit better, so we'll stick with the double arm and do about 4 sets. Yeah, let's get into it. It feels so weird. Man, that's a little tough. One thing I could also add to this is one, a longer pad, but also I feel like this bar is so far away from me that if you're not already like in this position or you're manhandling the bar, that it will get away from you, which is the only downside to this. Otherwise, it feels really good at the top. I actually like the squeeze because my arms feel higher up, but at the same time, I could do that with an easy bar with free weight, so it doesn't really make the difference from having a machine to not having one, except I'm sitting down. So, but other than that, it feels nice. Um, do probably another drop set on like the last one. Um, did 100 for curling, and then dropped down to 60. So try to do a little bit less of a drop. Um, but still saying the same rep range. I wasn't really counting, but I guess I'll find the rep range whenever I feel it. $80 on this one. Interesting enough, a lot of people are doing back today, which I think is unexpected. But hop into this set, go a little heavier, and I kind of put the camera at this angle, kind of see from your guys' perspective, the squeezing of my back, and just kind of see how it looks. And yeah, let's get into it. Oh, definitely a different feeling. Try to contract really hard. Oh shit, I feel nauseous. Okay, guys, so we've warmed up with 45s on each side. Now we are going up to 25s with a 45. We're gonna stick with this for this set, and then we're gonna go up and go to 225. Obviously we're rowing. I'm gonna do a forehand grip instead of underhand. I did it underhand. I didn't like it so much. I feel more comfortable with the overhand, but if I go lighter, do a drop set maybe after going to the 225, then I'll drop it, go to the 45s, and then we'll do underhand with a squeeze, and that'll be pretty much it for the lat row. Okay, so that wasn't so bad. I feel like I don't want to risk it and go for 225. I felt pretty comfortable with that, but maybe one more set, probably drop down. I wonder if going through the cut will how it'll be on my body, since this is the first one I've ever done. So I wonder if my strength will deplete a lot, but we'll see. Obviously, usually 225 is what I can get, but I don't know, I still feel like I don't want to put any too much pressure on my lower back, so we'll stick with the 135, and then we'll go to another movement. Okay, so going into barbell curl now. This will probably be the last thing I do. Nothing crazy. I think, with this being the first day of the cut, not gonna go too heavy, too intense. I'm just trying to get some blood flow. The one thing that is lacking is my back, but we'll make up for it next week. But now this is probably one of the last things I do. I'll do a variation of this, maybe with the easy bar curl and then with the straight bar. We'll go up a little bit, probably 60 pounds, and then maybe end on that. Maybe do one more back movement, but I don't know yet. And at the end, we'll do a little posing routine for you guys. There. With arms being my biggest part, I feel like once you get, or like since it's my best feature, or one of the biggest features I have besides my legs, I don't like to burn them out too much. So like even I'll go to 12 and that'll be it, or even 10. But sometimes when I feel that burn though, you see a lot of people that go past that burn and then go into exhaustion. But I like to stick in that range of, you know, the rep range instead of trying to have the ego come through the door and trying to lift as much as I can or as many as I can. So I know a lot of people will critique a lot of other people's forms, but that's just how I feel about it. Because if you're gonna have a lacking body part, why not focus on that, and why try to do more of what's already better than the other, the rest of your body? So why do something that you don't necessarily have to? Why not just get blood flow, and stimulate the muscle? And that's the biggest thing I noticed, even with being, from Planet Fitness to even now at this gym, that a lot of people overdo the workout instead of really trying to focus on what the movement is, and that's fine, But a lot of people aren't striving to just get bigger, obviously trying to have strength, but you got to find that medium spot in there, that gray area. But we'll go into this. Still doing 21s, and then probably rep out a couple more. Might stick with a 40 because it actually felt really good. Okay, so you guys are probably wondering why am I at home already? But it's because I ran out of footage on my phone, and I ended up just cutting the video. Didn't record anything else. I started feeling a little nauseous too, so it's later at night right now. It's about 8 o'clock, but I was feeling a little nauseous. I think it's because of the amount of carbs I haven't had. Not depleting myself, but taking that amount of food off has really done a number on me. But like I said, I was gonna do the posing routine, do a little posing, and just kind of track throughout the videos. I go through the cut for probably about the next 7 to 8 weeks. But I just want to do a little posing for you guys. Like I said, I was feeling nauseous, but um, ate a little something, try to get back together and put this posing together. So we get into it and start the posing.